Hi, thank you so much for coming.
Hi.
We really appreciate you taking the time to share your story with us. My name is Barbara. My pronouns are she, her. Would you mind sharing your name and maybe if you're comfortable, your pronouns?
My name is Giselle. My pronouns are they, them, but I use she because life. So, yeah, that's me.
Did you grow up around here?
Yes, I was born in Santa Ana, and I've moved around a lot, but I made my way back here. Yeah.
Is that a happy thing?
Not really.
Yeah.
I haven't really had a good time in my experience here
Yeah.
as a queer person.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about that?
So, I don't have the most accepting family, and it's really interesting because it's not really that I have a hateful family that like outright rejects me and like won't look me in the eye because I'm a lesbian. But it's a lot of like ignorance, and it's a lot of ignorance that's like putting your foot down and not wanting to educate yourself. I've had a lot of conversations with family members where I've tried to educate them, and I've tried to come to them from a place of compassion and a place of understanding, and I've never been met with the same. So it's just been a really frustrating experience.
Yeah. And how long has that journey or that struggle been going on for you?
Probably since I was in high school when I first started realizing that I was maybe not straight. I was very much in denial for the first part of my life. I was like, no, I like girls, but I'm totally gonna marry a guy one day.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But I have this memory of like, I think it was like 2015 or something when the whole like gay marriage was being legalized, and it was like time for the vote, and I remember talking to my mom about it, and I told her, like, what are you going to vote? And she said, oh, I'm not going to vote. And I was like, how are you not going to vote? Like, this is, like, a really important thing. And she was like, well, it's not in my business. It doesn't affect me, so. And I got really mad at her. I was, like, so upset. And she was like, why are you so mad? And I was like, I don't know, it's just really important. And I started going off, and she was like, it's not like you're gay. And I was just, like, silent. And we were in the car, by the way, so it was just like a silent car ride home, and she never asked me about it after that. It was like years later until I actually told her, like, yeah, I'm gay, but yeah.
Yeah. Did you know at that point in the car ride that you were gay?
Not like fully. Like it was really interesting because I was very defensive of the gay community, and I was like very like invested, but I was not exactly identifying as gay at all. Yeah, I was just very much in denial.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, there's just like some other things that I actually don't want to talk about that contribute to that, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the amazing ally to actually queer pipeline is very strong. We have a wonderful conversion rate.
Conversion rate, yeah. So true.
So I guess, how do you feel about being a queer person of color in Orange County now?
It's a struggle. I am not someone who is able to access community very easily due to just like other disabilities and stuff like that. And I find that my community, specifically being Latinx, there's a lot of ignorance in our community. There's a lot of racism, sexism, ableism, homophobia, transphobia. And so it makes it feel unsafe when I actually do find the will to go and look for community and look for people within my community. I think there's like this idea that younger people are like more educated and like smarter and like, oh yeah, they're not as ignorant. But in my experience, I've met other Latinx people that are my age who have been in the same mindset as like my parents. And I think that's just something really important to acknowledge. Like, we are not different from our parents. We are not like magical, amazing beings that just can bypass all the societal issues. We are living in the society, and we have to be like aware of what we're doing and what we're saying and the way we're treating others around us. Yeah.
Is there something that you feel like would make it be much easier or more affirming to be a queer person in Orange County?
I think that people just, I really wish that people would just be more open-minded to being wrong. I think that there's like a fear of being called out and being like ignorant, but I think in actuality that fear is what keeps people ignorant, because when you're approaching something in that mindset of like, oh, I don't want to be wrong, I don't want to step on people's toes, you're not approaching it from a, I'm curious, like, let me know about you, like, how can I approach you in a way that feels good for you and feels affirming for you. And I just really wish that people would kind of think about that and maybe approach life in that way a little more.
Yeah. It must have felt like a huge betrayal to have it come from, your peers. Yeah. It feels like a huge betrayal when it's your family as well, because they're people who you're supposed to be able to be safe with, and then you're not.
Yeah.
So are these very like damaging experiences? Is it mostly like your feeling of being queer and a person of color in Orange County? Is it mostly just from what you've dealt with your family, or has it also been like other folks as well?
It's been like everywhere, honestly. Like, well, I don't do much except work. So from my experience when I used to work at places that I was around people who were more like me, like Latinx and stuff, I would be really excited because I was like, oh my god, I'm finally around people who, because I don't know if you know, but like Newport and kind of like OC areas, like very white. And so sometimes I was just like, I would just be really excited to work somewhere where there was other people of color, and then there was just a huge letdown, because it was not like that they were ever homophobic to my face or anything, or like I would tell them I'm gay and they were like ew or something. It was always just like they were having conversations and they would casually say homophobic or transphobic or whatever things. And yeah, so it's been not just my family, it's been like coworkers, and yeah,
it's really difficult. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. I really appreciate it.